Be ready for dictation. 15 seconds to go. Five seconds to go. We believe that the private sector, both in agriculture and industry, will provide the needed thrust to economic growth. However, government will have to continue to play a crucial role in strengthening the social and physical infrastructure. This cannot happen unless the fiscal health of the government at the center and in the states improves considerably and gains strength. The realization of the social and economic objectives of the ninth plan depends critically on our being able to finance public investment in crucial areas of social and physical infrastructure. We will fail in our duty if we do not improve the central and state finances. The center has started taking certain firm measures to fulfill our responsibility. I urge the state governments to, to put their finances in order. Dear Chief Ministers, recent trends in this regard are alarming. States' own contribution to plan financing has been almost non existent. States are increasing borrowing even to finance their current consumption. Reluctance to mobilize additional resources to meet increasing expenditure is the reason for this. There is a need for austerity all around to contain wasteful public expenditure. Revenue should be increased through a greater attention to efficiency and productivity of the enormous human and financial resources we invest in our various schemes. Can we accomplish this without a political consensus to and competitive populism? We are aware that the center has taken certain measures in recent years that have had serious, though indirect, repercussions on state finances. As an example, I mention the implementation of the Fifth Pay Commission's recommendations. Adoption of these all the centers has had a snowballing effect on states. I can assure you that we will be more considerate of states' interests in such matters in future. Charity begins at now. I would say the same about cutting the central government's expenditure. I urge all central ministries to enforce expenditure management vigorously. Why should we not have more essential expenditure in the social sector? Today, there is both a need and scope to raise resources through levying reasonable electricity tariffs and irrigation charges. Untargeted and unintended subsidies often lead to distortions in resource allocation besides failing to benefit the really poor. reforms in the power sector, which we have been overdue, must be quickly implemented by states. That will lead to better financial connotations of the power sector, which underserves financial freedom for the time being. Yesterday, at the same venue, I addressed the big industrialists. Today, I am addressing a gathering of entrepreneurs engaged in small scale industries. The word small does not augur well with industrialists, but it aptly refers to industry. While addressing the big industrialists, I mentioned about the small scale industry. Whatever I said yesterday, I would like to quote. We intend to give vastly higher policy attention to the small scale industry and the Bhagidari sector, as these are important sources of self employment. I had dwelt at length on the problems of the small scale industry. I again quote, this sector makes highest contribution to the country's GDP. My government will welcome suggestions from the industry organizations as how to provide to this sector critical development inputs such as easy, adequate, and timely credit, marketing infrastructure, and appropriate technology. This delineates mainly issues you confront. I might have missed some points which I intend to put before you in brief. It need not be emphasized how significant small scale industries are in our national economy in the present context. It need not to be emphasized. However, small scale industries have been relegated during the last few years, even in the economic reforms process, which is often widely discussed, and we too support economic reforms in the country. The small scale sector has been lost sight of, and the main thrust of the reforms has been put on the corporate sector. No doubt, the corporate sector opportunities or export potential, we cannot ignore this sector which occupies a key position. It is therefore essential that this sector has to play an important role in national development. The need of the hour is the nation's development and rapid development in the right direction. The complacency which we witness must be put aside, and we must march ahead for facing the challenges. This is what we need. The small scale sector is facing problems of credit availability. We will strengthen NABARD and SIDBI and make suitable arrangements to ensure adequate and easy flow of credit. You sell your products to large industries, which include public sector undertakings, but it takes quite a long time for realizing your dues. The government will lay down a time frame within which you must get your payment.